Okay. Show me.
Hi there, welcome back to the DutchRC channel. Thank you very much for watching, and this is part 3 in my quest to find the best micro-sized FPV quadcopter. I'll have a link to my previous videos in this series. I've done demos of the Blade Nano QX FPV and the DutchRC H6D FPV, and this time we have a Hubsan quadcopter. It is the H107D. I'm not sure what the D is supposed to mean, but regardless of that, this is the FPV version in that line of the Hubsan line. I've bought the bind and fly version, just as with the Blade. So it does not come with a transmitter, and it does not come with a FPV screen or goggles. There is a complete version, so with a transmitter with a screen in it. I'll have a link to this bind and fly version and the complete version in the description down below. And yeah, I'll unpack everything off camera, and then I'll show you what came in the box. Hold on. Okay, and here we have the star of the show, the Hubsan H107D. It is approximately the same. No, it's exactly the same, exactly the same size as the DutchRC, and coincidentally, it also flies on the same kind of LiPo, which is a 280 milliampere 1S LiPo. Yeah, same kind of LiPo. So contrary to the Blade, which you see here, Horizon went for as light as possible with a small little LiPo, 150 milliampere I think, and very lightweight arms. Everything is as light as possible on the Blade. The Hubsan, this one over here, the white one, and the DutchRC both went with a slightly heavier setup with bigger motors. Yeah, bigger motors, especially the Hubsan. Yeah, I think the Hubsan here has 8mm motors, where the Blade has 6mm motors, and this DutchRC looks to be having 7mm motors. Yeah, I think so. Okay, but this Hubsan here has a lower resolution of a camera. It is VGA resolution, 640 by 480, and this one does not have a recorder in it, so you can't slot a memory card into it and record the FPV footage right on the quad. Which is, of course, if you are looking for a quadcopter that can record well, that's a benefit of the DutchRC. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here by comparing all of them. I will do a separate video in which I compare all specs and characteristics of these quadcopters. Okay, back to the unboxing. It comes with a prop card, for which you will have to remove the propellers to fit this prop card on. I will not bother with that. I won't be using the prop card, but it's nice that they include one. It comes with a full set of spare propellers, 2 red ones, 2 white ones, and a prop removal tool, which is nice because I didn't have one yet. Thank you very much. And it comes with a USB charging lead, Cool stuff. And the last thing that's included is, well, there's no manual, there's some important notices. So there's no real manual with this quadcopter. I'm sure there's one somewhere online. Now, I will be flying this Hubsan quadcopter with a Devo 10 transmitter. This one. I hope it's visible on the back, the black backdrop. But well, most of you know what a Devo transmitter looks like. Yeah, okay, let's see. The flight time of this quadcopter is approximately 5 to 6 minutes, which is about the same as the DutchRC one. And it's longer than the Blade one, which has a flight time of around 3.5 minutes. Yeah, I will be flying this quadcopter FPV with my quantum goggles. By the way, be sure to take off the protective film from the lens, otherwise your FPV view will look fuzzy. And as you might have noticed, it has nice rubber feet, which is better than on the DutchRC, which does not have any feet protection at all. Yeah, let me show you what the LEDs look like. Obviously I won't have it bound to a transmitter at this time, so the lights will probably be blinking. However, you will be able to see the LEDs, and they are quite bright, even in daylight. As you can see, blue LEDs at the tips of the arms and also in the eyes over here. And the propellers are lit up at the back by these red LEDs in the arms. And if you flip it over, there are no LEDs at the bottom. No. Okay, what you do see, of course, is the 5.8 gigahertz antenna at the bottom. Now obviously this quadcopter is a little heavier than the normal Hubsan X4 H107 because of all the FPV gear. However, this is a significantly beefier quadcopter than the normal line of sight flyer from Hubsan. The motors are also bigger. I think the standard Hubsan has 6mm motors. This one has, I think, 8mm motors. Actually, let's put a ruler to that. Yep, those are 8mm motors. And of course that's all done to compensate for the extra weight. The arms themselves are also a little beefier, and the motor mounts for them. Okay, next thing I'll show you is a flight demo. So let's switch over to the other camera and I'll show you what this quadcopter flies like. Hold on. Okay, let's do a little indoor flight demo then with this Hubsan. I've got my goggles over here, quantum goggles, and it has a DVR on it, so that'll record the onboard footage. I've got the Devo 10 transmitter bound to the quad, as you can see. So, of course, the rates and the feel of the quadcopter will mostly be down to the settings in the transmitter. So, for instance, if I do a yaw test, yeah, that'll mostly be down to the expo and rates I've put into the transmitter. Let me take it up a little higher, and you can, at least I hope you can see that the lights are visible at my ceiling, and it's daytime. So they are really bright. I think this should really make for a nice night flyer, even though
I wouldn't be FPV flying with it at night time, but okay, let's fly around a little. It is reasonably precise. Now that is also partly down to the transmitter settings, I think, but it is quite stable in hover. Even though I'm not used to it yet. And this Devo transmitter is, by the way, not mine. So I have to get used to that as well. I'm flying at 80% rates at the moment with 15% expo. So not a lot of expo, just a little to iron things out. Oops. Yeah, like I said, gotta get used to it. So far it's been reasonably impact resistant. Though the arms have a tendency to split apart, and it's not that they are broken then, you can snap them back together, and I guess that's kind of a fail-safe of the frame, so it won't break. I've read and heard that you can avoid that by putting a little a tape around the legs. I have not done that myself. And yeah, I might have to do a little trimming, but it's reasonably stable. Not as stable as the blade. I think the blade by Horizon is really the most stable quadcopter in this size. From what I've tested so far. Obviously I haven't tested all micro quadcopters yet. Okay, as you have seen, I have superimposed the captured FPV footage. I hope that that is clear enough. I have no way of knowing that at this moment, but... And once the weather clears up, the weather is pretty bad over here at the moment, but once that clears up, I'll also take this quad out for a flight outdoors. I'm sure that'll provide better FPV footage than indoors. Yeah, it's reasonably powerful and responsive. I like the looks of this one, and especially with a reasonably good transmitter like I'm using right now. This is quite a nice flyer. Alrighty, that's it for now. Like I said, I'll have outdoor footage of it as soon as possible. For now, thank you very much for watching and hope to see you back in another video. Bye bye.